Hey sweet girl, I hope your girls are doing good, girl. I'm doing good. I'm coming at you with another video, another cooking video, yay! In today's cooking video, girl, I'm going to be making some red ground beef enchiladas, and these are the ingredients in which I'm going to use to make everything. So far, girl, we're going to add more ingredients, but so far, let's start off slow, because it's going to be a lot of stuff, girl. But for now, we're going to be making the sauce. So step number one, girl, is the dried, for this recipe, we're going to be using some New Mexico dried red chilies. We're also going to be using garlic, onion, tomato. We're also going to be incorporating these spices. We have pepper, we have salt, we have some onion powder, we have garlic salt, we have oregano, we have some salsa de tomate or the caldo de tomate. We also have garlic powder, and last but not least, some beef broth. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make my sauce first. So the way I'm going to do it, girl, is I'm going to clean out my dried chilies, and the way I'm going to do it, girl, is I'm going to clean them out right here on my cutting board, take off all the dirt, take off the seeds, the stems, and then put them in some water to soak, and then I'm going to drain out all the water as much as possible, girl, and then from there I'm going to make, I'm going to put them on the skillet, in which you can see the skillet with some oil, adding all the seasonings as well, and then combine some boiling broth with water together, and then put it in the blender just so it can, you know, make the sauce. So let's do it, girl!
Advil liquid gels are faster and stronger than Tylenol rapid-release gels. Also for Advil, Advil Targeted Relief, the only topical with 4 powerful pain-fighting ingredients that start working at contact and lasts up to 8 hours.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like, you know to check away first before sailing.
Getting silly. Just go to NavyFederal.org/makingsense for all the info.
Girl, so I cut up some onions, I cut up some garlic, as well as the tomatoes. It doesn't have to be cut super perfect because it's going to go blended anyway. I just like to cut it to ensure that all the juices are extracted from the vegetables, girl. So let's go ahead and start boiling our water. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my pot, and I'm going to boil 4 cups of water, girl. We may need more, but for now, 4 cups of water. I'm sorry, 4 cups. 2 of it is going to be beef broth, and the other 2 are going to be water. So let's go ahead and bring that to a boil in a pot. Super easy, girl. Super simple. And it may very well be the size of this entire container. Okay, I think it is. Oh, no, I'm sorry, it's not. 2, and then 2 cups of water, and bring that to a boil. All right, girl, so now I'm going to clean out my chilies, okay? So the way I'm going to do it is I'm going to lay them out right here on my cutting board, remove the stems, and remove some seeds so it's not too hot, girl. I'm going to do the entire bag of the red chili, girl. I'm not sure which of these are. Let me see here. Chile Colorado. These are packaged and shipped by Meeee Valley Company. Yeah, so these are just red chilies, girl. Yep, red chilies. Hot picoso. Yeah, these are roasted red chili pods. These are roasted red chili peppers, girl. So I'm going to make the entire bag. So like I mentioned, I'm going to remove the stems and the seeds right here on my cutting board. Then I'm going to put them to soak in right here in some water, girl. In the meantime, I'm cleaning out the rest. And then I'm going to put them right here to really clean them out and so forth. And then once I kind of get all the water out, I'm going to put it on my skillet that's going to have the olive oil, remember? Okay.
Like a relentless weed.
Hello? Hi. Yeah, Marge. Listen, I'm staying with Carol. She had something with her in the car.
Take a look at it.
No, I didn't. Did she say anything to you? Had a guest or something?
She didn't say anything to me at all. She ran my doorbell trying to come.
Yeah. Corner.
my chilies in this water here, girl, just kind of soaking just for the tiniest bit. And what I'm going to do, or what I've been doing, is I'm just rubbing each one as many as I can to kind of like just ensure that they're clean and there's no dusty dust left on them, girl. And just kind of allowing them to just get a little bit like tender, if you will, but just the tiniest bit, because right now I'm going to strain them, and then I'm going to try to remove all the water from them using maybe like my salad spinner, and then putting them on the stove top to mix in with some other ingredients. Now the water should be boiling, and it is, girl. So I went ahead, I'm going to go ahead now, girl, and just kind of rinse it out in my strainer, and just get one last rinse of my red chili. I already turned off the water that was boiling, girl. The water and the beef broth that was boiling, I already turned it off, girl. So I'm going to set this aside to let it drain out completely. And now I'm just going to start making, what is it, Bubba? What is it, Bubby? I'm going to start making my ground beef. Alright, baby girl, now that we have our water and our beef broth already boiling, I turned it off. I went ahead and took out all of the seeds, or most of the seeds, as well as the stems and like the tops of the chili, girl. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn on my skillet in medium heat, girl. Let it get hot, a little tiny bit hot, and then add in your olive oil. Okay, now while it gets nice and hot, girl, we're gonna slowly start adding in. These are the red chilies, girl, that I have here, just kind of getting a little bit more toasted with some olive oil. And what I'm gonna do is, once I feel that it's like kind of softened enough, I'm going to add in my, what do you call this, my broth with water in here. Now let's go ahead and get started with our ground beef. With another pan, I'm gonna go ahead and heat up the ground beef, girl, and season it to the way that I like it. And make sure that whenever you're making this dish, my good friend, that you have enough ventilation so that you don't start coughing up a storm and that your eyes don't start burning and stuff, because you are cooking dried chili and it will make your eyes burn, girl, like nobody's business. So make sure that you do have enough ventilation in your space so that doesn't happen to you, girl. Okay, now, girl, that we have the ground beef cooking and I feel like the chilies are nice and soft in the way I like them, I'm going to go ahead and cook them together with these ingredients that we cut, we chop, but remember, they're going to get blended later. So this is just infusing all the flavors for now, because again, we're going to blend it. Remember, girl, go ahead and open the windows, make sure you're getting enough ventilation. Turn on this overhead lamp to start getting that ventilation, girl. So allow this to get nice and toasty and roasty, so we can have roasted enchilada sauce for our enchiladas, girl. Alright, girl, so this is where we're at for now. So I'm starting to toast everything together, girl. And again, the reason why I do this, because honestly, I just feel like all the flavors are just infusing together. They're cooking together. The onion flavor, the garlicky flavor. We're having a little bit of freshness with the tomato, girl. And here in a second, we're going to just go ahead and dump this in here, and we're going to season it so it can continue just kind of infusing together, girl. And then after that, what we're going to do is we're going to put it in the blender to finalize our sauce, girl, and to see if it needs to be a little bit thicker or what, girl. So let's go ahead and do it, girl. Go ahead and add all our seasonings. Alright, girls, so now that's almost coming to a boil. I'm going to go ahead and season it. So I'm going to start off with my garlic salt. Not too much, girl, because I feel like it's going to be salty enough with the beef broth. I'm also going to be adding some oregano in here. And girl, be generous with your spices, especially if you want it to taste good, girl. We're going to be adding some caldo de pollo. Not too much, whatever you want, girl, but not too much. I would say some garlic powder. This one you can put a lot, girl. I love garlic. Garlic is good for you, girl. Some pepper, if I didn't say so already, girl. Pepper. And last but not least, girl, some onion powder. You know what I am missing? Some ground cumin. I don't have any, girl. Oh well, apologies. And then just kind of mix this together. And what I would do at this point now, girl, is turn it off and let it sit for about 5 minutes. And then we're going to add it to the blender, girl. But in the meantime, or what have you, you can taste it and see if it tastes good, like the juice or whatever. And if not, girl, add more seasoning if you'd like, okay? So let's go ahead and just do that. I'll be right back. Alrighty, baby girl, we're going to be adding some all-purpose seasoning to our ground beef. And just let it continue cooking nice and slow. And remember, we're still going to add it to our enchiladas. So the enchiladas are already going to be super flavorful already. Does that make sense, girl? And then you know what I also forgot to tell you is that we're going to be adding in also some chili powder to our enchiladas. Even though it might be kind of hot already, let's just go ahead and add it anyway, girl, if you like. If you like, what you call it? If you like some spice, girl. I already turned both of them off. let's go ahead and taste this. Let's see if it's any good, girl. So I got my little spoon, my taster spoon. Let's go ahead and collect some juice. Let's go ahead and taste this together. You want to? Girl, let's go ahead and taste this together because we'll tell us if it's good or if it needs more seasoning. Oh, smells good. I think it's perfect. I'm gonna leave it like that, girl. Now let's go ahead and put it in the blender. Are you ready? Are you ready? Alright, girl, I have my blender ready, but I'm kind of thinking maybe I should pour it into the blender over the sink just in case it wants to make a mess. So let me go ahead and do that very quickly. Okay, girl, I went ahead and added the first round of the sauce in here. Let's go ahead and lock it into our blender, girl. And this is like the most scariest part for me. I don't know why, but let's go ahead and do it, girl. Are you ready? Are you ready, girl? Low. On. Oh no, is it even on? Let me see. On. Oh no, on. Let me see. Why isn't it turning on? That's weird. Okay, girl, it's been 3 minutes. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this in a bowl, and then I'm gonna do the other half of what's left on my pan or on my skillet to blend, and then we're gonna do one big blend together. Yes. All right, girl, so I have it right here. I'm gonna take off the lid. Let me get a spoon, the spoon I was using, or maybe like a smaller spoon. Hold on. Okay, girls, I'm gonna put it back into the skillet here. Oh. Girl, she looks bomb. Let me show it to you, girl. Look. Girl, yes. What? Let's see the consistency. Girl, she's thick, but I love it, girl. Let me just take a spoonful so I can try it, girl. A little bit. Oh, it's good, girl. It's a little spicy, but not too spicy. Let me blend the rest. I'll be right back. All right, baby girl. So this is the second half of the red sauce. We're gonna just pour that in here, girl. Give it a mix together, and I'm telling you, this sauce is so good, girl. Just give it a mix, and our sauce is ready, girl. So now the next step is we're gonna fry up some tortillas. The ground beef is made, and after we fry up the tortillas, girl, we're gonna assemble everything on a big oven pan or oven. What do you call it? Onion oven thing, onion tray, onion, not onion, oven tray, so that we can put it in the oven at maybe 350, you know, for maybe like 40 minutes, because girl, Bird is not here. He's not going to be here for another at least 2 hours, so we're just here preparing dinner, so when he gets here, there's dinner made. Yay! Girl, I'm telling you, so freaking good. I'm so proud of myself. It came out delicious, but in the meantime, girl, I accidentally got some red enchilada juice and everything, girl, on my little, look right here from when I dyed my hair, right here from cooking, girl. So poor Miss Little Bunnies, girl, we're gonna have to get new ones. But anyway, girl. Alright, girl, so for the next step, you're gonna go ahead and heat up your oil kind of hot, and you're going to go ahead and fry up your tortillas. Now what I'm gonna do, girl, is I'm gonna fry up my tortillas and just put them here, just kind of stack them up, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna assemble them in my pan. Okay, so first rules of thumb, I went ahead and removed some of the enchilada sauce, girl, so I can save it for later. I put it in here, girl, and it's cooling down before I store it away. And then number two is that whenever you make enchilada sauce, girl, it's always ideal to go ahead and leave this soaking with water, so that whatever you make next isn't spicy, like a smoothie, like a spicy smoothie, girl. Has that ever happened to you when you have a spicy smoothie because you forgot to clean out like the blender real well, girl? So yeah, girl, so in medium to high heat, we're gonna go ahead and fry up our tortillas, girl, with plenty of oil, girl. And then I like the Guerrero tortillas. We're gonna fry them up, girl. Fry them up. Start a stack going, and then assemble on our dish. Let me show you my dish. Okay, girl, I have my dish right here. It's kind of like dirty and dingy from the sides, but I promise you, girl, it's clean. I went ahead and buttered it up so it's nice and delicious whenever we remove it from the oven, girl, or from the pan, from the oven. Alright girl, so I went ahead and fried about 20 tortillas now. So what I'm gonna do, girl, is I'm gonna assemble everything. So I'm gonna get my tortilla, I'm gonna dip it into my red sauce, girl, and then I'm going to assemble it on another plate, put in some cheese, put in some ground beef, and then assemble it on my pan. So let's do it, girl. We're almost done. Alright girl, so what I'm gonna do is, it's a bit of an assembly line. I have my fried tortillas. I'm gonna dip them like this, girl. I'm gonna get my fried tortilla, I'm gonna dip it once, dip it twice in the red enchilada sauce, girl. I'm gonna bring it here to my plate, and then from there, girl, I'm gonna go ahead and add in my fixins. I'm gonna add in some ground beef with my hands, just like this, girl. And we can also use gloves for this process, and I think it's ideal that I use gloves. So let me go ahead and get some gloves on first. Alright girl, so now that I'm gloved up, I'm just gonna go ahead and assemble these enchiladas. So deliciously, girl. So make sure to stay tuned. Stay tuned, girl. Alright girl, so now that I filled up my tray with all my enchiladas, I'm going to go ahead and put some more enchilada sauce as well as some mixed cheese on top and put it in the oven at 350 for maybe 30 to 45 minutes, girl, or just check on it once it starts getting a little bit crispy. That's how you know that it's ready, girl. So let's go ahead and finish it off, girl. Alright girl, so I busted out another package of some mixed cheese, girl. So if you want your enchiladas to be cheesy, which of course we do, girl, just make sure that you have enough cheese on stand, girl. So I can't open it. Yeah, hold on, let me get some scissors. Alright girl, so I have the cheese open and we're going to put a generous amount of cheese, girl, because we want our enchiladas to be nice and cheesy all the way through, on top and in the middle, girl. So we're just going to add in this light layer. This light layer is a lot of cheese. This light layer of cheese, and then we're going to finish up all the rest of our enchiladas of this pan right here. So we're going to just drizzle on the rest of the enchilada sauce. Let me see on this side, girl. Let me do it with you. So just drizzle it on, girl. Like, don't be afraid. Just like, throw it on. You know, throw it in, girl. Throw it in. Alright, girl. So just lightly spread over the rest of the enchilada sauce all over that cheese. And then remember, girl, we still have some leftover enchilada sauce if we need some more on top. So let's go ahead and put this in the oven, girl. We'll go ahead and watch it for about 30 to 45 minutes, girl. And then we'll go ahead and check on it, girl. And if it's ready to serve, we'll serve with all the fixins, with lettuce, tomato, some of the queso crema, as well as the cotica cheese. Check out our enchiladas, girl. They're gonna be delicious. Stay tuned. Let me go ahead and set my timer. Okay, girl, so I'm setting my timer for 30 minutes. So in the meantime, girl, I'm gonna go ahead and cut up some more lettuce and tomato just for the toppings, girl, and then just start working on dessert. So I hope you enjoyed this video, girl. I'm gonna just do that very quickly and then come back to add in the piece of the enchiladas, girl. So I love you and I hope you have a great day. I hope you enjoyed this video. Okay, bye. Okay, girl, now it's time to take out the enchiladas. I left them in for about 25 minutes. And these are done. These are our enchiladas. What do you think? Let's go ahead and plate them and add in our lettuce and tomato that we have cut up right here, girl. Lettuce and tomatoes. Let's go ahead and plate them. Yay! So I have my plates right here. I'm gonna go ahead and use my spatula. I'm gonna go ahead and use my spatula to remove them from the skillet and to put it on my plate, girl. Let's go ahead and do it. Are you ready? Okay, girl. So I'm just gonna cut into it. Oh, I wish you girls can see. I have it like this.
Are you ready? I can press play.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, girl, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just slice into it just like this. And I'm going to go ahead and, well, I guess I should use this metal piece to help me with my spatula, girl. So let's go ahead and get your plate ready. So I'm going to have my plate right here nearby, girl. I'm going to go ahead and grab and quickly serve. Okay, let me get my other plate. Okay, get my other plate over here, girl. Same thing. I'm going to go ahead and slice in this edge. And just serve it on. Oh, it's kind of messy. Uh-oh, kind of messy. Serve it onto this plate here. Thanks, Birdie. Okay, just like this. It might look kind of messy, girl, but delicious. Thank you. All right, girls, so we're going to get our enchiladas, and we're going to prepare it with some shredded lettuce, some cut up tomato. We're going to top it off with queso fresco and some cojeta. So let's go ahead and do it. Alright, girls, so I went ahead and added some shredded lettuce on top as well as some tomato. Now we're going to add some cojeta and the queso crema. Alright, girls, so I have my cacique queso crema. What I'm going to do, girls, I'm going to put it in a Ziploc bag just so I can kind of like drizzle it on top of the enchiladas. So put it in a plastic bag, girl, just like this. And then cut off the edge of the bag so you can drizzle it on. Okay, girl, I cut off a piece of the edge. Let's go ahead and add it to our enchilada dish, girl, just like this. No sides, así mero. No sides, girl. This freaking took me forever. Alright. Now that's on both of them. I'm going to add the bud queso, the cojita cheese, girl, right on top. I wish you could see this, girl. Yay! So that concludes our enchilada dish with homemade, girl, red enchilada sauce. Let me zoom in so you can see this, girl. Yes, I hope you enjoy this dish. Let me know how you like it. Bye.